All right, big win tonight for Red Oak, 65-55 over Clarinda tonight. A couple big contributors, Ryan Johnson and Max DeVries. And guys, just start off, thoughts on this win tonight?
I thought we played well. We had a lot of effort going down the stretch. We had a couple times where we could have folded, but we kept going, so it was nice to see.
Just like Ryan said, and for me, it was a little bit more motivation because it was their senior night. They had all the reasons to come out and beat us, but we just locked in and got it done.
And obviously, Ryan, you and Caden both hitting the well from deep there early in that first half. What's it like there when it feels like just about everything's going down, it seems like?
It feels great. We've had a couple runs this season with specifically St. Albert. That was a fun game, too. We're just going and going, and we feel like we can't be stopped.
Sure, and Max, obviously, you've been a leading scorer for this team. What was working for you guys offensively, especially down the stretch you guys were able to start to pull away a little bit?
Well, obviously, shots from Ryan and Caden just fell. They were lighting it up, really. And down the stretch, like Ryan said, there's times where we could have folded, but we didn't. We hit some amazing shots down the stretch that takes a lot to go out there and hit. Obviously, our free throws were something that really set us apart. I don't know how well we shot from the free throw line, but it was obviously good in the fourth quarter because that's how we pulled away.
Obviously, you guys now get the regular season sweep of Clarinda. It's also set you guys up pretty nicely as we move into districts. How big is this for you guys moving forward?
It's pretty big, especially coming off a tough loss last night to Underwood, but it's always good to have some motivation coming into tonight because they're a hard team to beat.
Yeah, I think it's great to get a win like this right now just because, seedings are going to come out soon, and they're obviously in our district, Underwood's in our district, and there's a good chance that we see one of those teams again.
Awesome. Congrats on the win tonight, guys. Once again, big win tonight for Red Oak, 65-55 over Clarinda. Here now with head coach Spencer Plank. And, Coach, hard-fought game for you guys. Pulled away there at the end a little bit. Just thoughts on this win?
They played really hard. I was proud of them. We had a tough one last night where we really were lacking effort. For the first time, I felt like all semester we lacked effort, and the big question was how do we respond. And I told the boys that life in general is a majority, not necessarily what happens to you, but how you respond. And they played their butts off tonight. Really, the shots weren't falling at an incredible rate. We hit a few, but it was just the overall hustle. We made a few mistakes that just our energy levels were able to overcome.
Obviously, what's the mindset, obviously, in a game like this where it is really a lot of back and forth, a lot of lead changes? What are you telling your guys throughout the majority of that game, especially that first half?
It was, we just preach runs, make a run. And we always tell them, make them call a timeout. And that does motivate them. And so we end up a lot of times playing harder, knowing that if we can just get a 6, 7, 8-0 run, especially out of the half, that they'll call a timeout. And so we really kind of monitored this game closely just because we knew that the effort levels were an issue last night. And we put a run on in the third quarter, and that was that. So.
Obviously, you had 4 guys in double digits tonight, both the Johnsons. DeVries came on the other end as well as Gillen. Just a big team effort for you guys. Speak to those guys' performance.
They're in the gym all the time. That's all I can say. And we might not be the biggest or the fastest team, but we got a handful of guys that are in the gym all the time. And you see, it's nights like tonight where you see that really pay off. Getting shots up. And we do get shots up in practice, but I tell the boys, if you want to get shots up, if you really want to hone your individual skills, you got to do that on your own time. And they do put in the work. And so I told them before the game, you guys have put in the work. Now you just got to go show it.
Obviously, the late free throws paid off for you guys at 8 in a row there in that fourth quarter. How big is that? Is that something you guys work on all day, every day?
Yes, we do. We do what we call free throw sprints 2-3 times a day. And then we do pressure free throws at the end of practice occasionally too. So guys are always getting free throws in where if they miss, there's a consequence.
Obviously, you guys get the sweep at Clarinda, as you mentioned, always bounce back from that win, that loss against Underwood yesterday, and also set you guys up decently there in that district as well. How big is this win for you guys moving forward?
It's big. We don't have the seedings and all that yet, but our goal coming into this year really was to get the 2 seed. That was kind of our blanket goal that we set, and I don't know that we're going to necessarily get to the 2 seed, but I do think, we're playing well at the right time. And, the seeding meeting is Sunday, so I can tell you more after that.